In this video, you'll learn how to use the library's website to search for peer-reviewed articles from a variety of academic fields. First, we'll introduce some key terms to make sure we're all on the same page. Then we'll look at how to search for peer-reviewed articles within a specific discipline using specialized library databases. And finally, we'll learn how to search across multiple disciplines with one search tool. Let's get started with Part 1, Defining Terms. One of the most important words for your PRST 3995 assignment is discipline. In this context, what we mean is a specific academic field or area of study. A discipline might be psychology, education, or nursing. Each discipline will have its own experts, theories, and publications. For example, the discipline of history has historians who study and write about historical topics and share their findings through books, articles, podcasts, or online videos. With this PRST course, you will eventually need to identify two different disciplines and demonstrate how each has thought and written about the issue or topic you have chosen. Our next term is journal, which is a specialized type of periodical. Like newspapers and magazines, journals follow a regular publication schedule, often quarterly or monthly. But there are a few things that differentiate them from newspapers and magazines. First, they are often highly specialized in their scope. They focus on the research and thinking within a specific academic discipline. Journals often have a rigorous editorial process. The authors are not reporters or journalists. They are academics, professors, and subject experts who are writing for other people who work and study in the same field. And journals are often very expensive. While some may come with a paid membership in a professional organization, college and university libraries are usually their primary subscribers. Many academic journal articles go through a process called peer review, which is our next term to define. Any article submitted to a journal will be reviewed by an editor, and then, if it passes the editor's screening, it will be sent to a team of usually anonymous volunteer experts who will assess the article's methods and findings before it is published. These expert reviewers are the author's peers within the discipline, and this is where we get the phrase peer-reviewed journals and peer-reviewed articles. Many library search tools will allow users to limit searches to only include results that come from academic journals that use some version of this peer review process. The final term to define is database. When we talk about library databases, we are referring to searchable collections of information. In addition to peer-reviewed articles, databases might include newspaper articles, ebooks, or documentary videos. You can often find the full text of the source online, while other times you will only get the source information. For our purposes, we will be looking at two types of databases: ones that are discipline-specific and only search the professional research literature of a given academic field, and ones that are interdisciplinary and search across many subjects at once. Databases usually contain articles from multiple journals, and they may also contain some non-peer-reviewed publications like book reviews and editorials. Like journals, databases are often very expensive, so make use of your library's subscriptions. Part 1 was about defining our terms. Now we're ready to search within specific disciplines. Starting from the library homepage, click on the Databases A to Z tab. This page lists over 500 databases that the library subscribes to, but you can use the subject drop-down to find databases for a particular discipline, such as business. The best bets listed in the yellow box at the top of the page are the most popular for each topic, but there are additional options below. Read the database descriptions to find one that suits your needs, such as ABI Inform Collection. Begin typing your topic, and some databases like this one will give you suggested search terms. This search gave us over 1 million results, including scholarly journals, books, newspapers, and magazines. We can use the peer review limiter to filter the results. Sometimes the filter may also say academic, scholarly, or refereed publications. Notice the names of the journals that these articles come from. You can see that they are all from a business or economic discipline. click a full text or PDF link to view the whole article. Next, we'll look at one of the library's interdisciplinary databases. Let's go back to the library homepage, and this time we'll click on the Scholarly Articles tab. This allows us to search across dozens of databases, pre-filtering for peer-reviewed articles. Using the same search again, we retrieve over 1,900 articles. Notice that the scholarly peer-reviewed limit is already selected in the menu on the left. As you look through the articles, notice the titles of the journals, which can give you a clue about the discipline they belong to. Another way to sort by discipline is to scroll down to the content provider limit. This shows the different discipline-specific databases that these articles come from. Here we see databases for psychology, economics, education, and medicine. Select one to narrow the results to that discipline. Here are some bonus tips to keep in mind as you search for articles. Most of the library databases will feature a Cite button somewhere on the page. This will give you formatted citations in various styles. Copy and save these anytime you find an article you like. Also, read the article strategically, not sequentially. Peer-reviewed articles can be long and may contain specialized language used by experts in the field. One way to evaluate an article's potential usefulness is to read the short abstract, which is a summary of the article's findings. Then skip to the end and read the conclusions and discussion before jumping back to read the methods section to understand how they arrived at their findings. You can find more information and instructional videos on the PRST 3995 Research Guide from the library's website. You can also find a link to chat with a librarian, or you can visit us in the library at the reference desk. You may also find that you have a librarian added to your online course. Feel free to reach out for help at any time.